Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to show you how to resolve error code CE3005-8. Typically this comes when you're trying to play a game or use an application. It will take you to a blue screen and it will say cannot start application and spit out this error code. This is a fairly common issue. Typically it's not too big of a deal, but it can be a sign of something more serious. Typically this is an issue with the hardware, either the Blu-ray drive in your PlayStation or the hard disk drive, depending on what you're trying to do. There are a couple possible causes of this issue, and for that reason there are a couple possible solutions. So in this video we will take you through all of them, starting with the most simple and working our way up to the more advanced ones. So you can follow along, test these things out, and when you find the solution that works for you, just give us a thumbs up so that we know this video helped. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to check is our disk drive. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do is eject the disk from the PlayStation 4 and check it to make sure that there are no issues with the disk itself. We're just going to go ahead and turn it over. Well, hello there, you. Go ahead and take a look and make sure there are no scratches, any big smudges, things on the disk. You can go ahead and take a lint-free cloth and clean the disk, and then go ahead and reinsert it and see if your application will boot normally. If it's still giving you issues, what I would recommend is take a different CD and put it in there, either another game or a Blu-ray, and see if it reads the other disc normally. If so, then you probably have an issue with that disc. If it won't boot anything through the disk drive and it won't read any disc, then we may have a more serious issue with the Blu-ray drive. But that would be the first thing that I would check, is see if that is working. If that fixes your problem, you're set. If not, then we're going to go ahead and take a look at the hard disk drive, and we're going to check a few things there. The first thing that we're going to want to do with the hard disk drive is to boot our PlayStation in safe mode. So we're going to go ahead and power off our PlayStation. So once the device is fully powered off, to boot in safe mode, we're just going to hold down the power button until we hear it beep twice. So there's the first beep. If we continue holding down the button, there's the second beep. So now that we have our PlayStation booted in safe mode, it's going to tell us to connect our controller using a USB cable, and go ahead and press the PlayStation button. Once we have that, here is a list of different diagnostics that we can run on the PlayStation to help fix it. The one that we're going to want to do down here is number 5, rebuilding the database. If we go ahead and select it, it will say the database will be rebuilt and warns us that it may take a few hours. You can go ahead and click OK. Now, rebuilding the database is similar to defragging a hard drive on a computer. What it's going to do is, on a hard drive, the save data and game data is scattered physically in diverse places on the drive. It's going to help reorganize those files, clean it up, isolate any bad sectors, and so it can take a little while to do that. In my experience, it's really only taken about 5-10 minutes tops. Here it looks like it's going to take less than a minute because this is a solid state drive. I think it's going to go a little bit faster. But doing this will help your PlayStation run more efficiently, help games load faster, and will not delete any data on your hard drive. So I definitely recommend doing that as the next step. Once it's done, it will go ahead and boot normally, and we can see if your game will play. If not, the third thing that we're going to want to check is backing up and deleting any possibly corrupted data on your hard drive. So obviously be aware that this method can and probably will delete your save data. We are going to take every step possible to try and back it up so that it can be retrieved, But if that is the data that's corrupted, then unfortunately it is probably going to be gone. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and log into our system, and we are going to come up to our settings and scroll down to our application save data management. And here, as soon as those notifications clear, you can see we have the ability to upload our save data from our PlayStation to either the cloud or to a USB. So by selecting this top option here, if you are a PlayStation Plus member, you can select your data and you can back it up to the cloud. You can select it and then come down here to upload and move it to the cloud. That will move everything to Sony's servers, where as long as you stay a PlayStation Plus member, you can download it back from their servers. So if for some reason your hard drive ever crashes, you have a secondary copy of all your data. A very good thing to have. Now, if you're not a PlayStation Plus member, or if you want to keep your data a little bit closer, you can also copy your files to a USB drive. Now, obviously, I don't have a USB drive connected to my PlayStation right now, so it's not going to let me do that, but just plug it in and you can back up your data that way. Again, be aware, this will hopefully save our data, but if our data on our hard drive is corrupted, then backing it up somewhere else is not going to uncorrupt it. Once we've got that taken care of, we're going to come up here and go to storage. And this is going to show us what's on our hard drive. So we go ahead and select. We're going to come down to our save data. Now we're going to find the game that we are having issues loading. In this case, we'll say it's Red Dead Redemption 2. We're going to go through and press options. And we are going to delete the data that we have. We can go ahead and clear everything out. Something I noticed with Red Dead is it looks like it already makes a duplicate copy. So you've got your Red Dead data there, and then the game itself will create a backup copy, which I thought was pretty clever. But you can go ahead and clear out any corrupted data. Go ahead and try and run the application again and see if it will load. Now, if it will, you will probably be starting back from the beginning. In that case, you will come back down to Application Save Data Management. Let's go ahead and find where we saved our data, whether in the cloud or on the USB, and you can download it back to your system storage. And hopefully that will allow you to load the application, and it will bring back any saved data that you may have. So that's the most drastic option. Sometimes that is what it takes, though. Let me know in the comments section, guys, if these methods helped you. If you could give us a thumbs up and let us know that it worked, and then I would really appreciate if you threw in the comments which method worked for you as well, so that we can kind of narrow down what the most common solutions are. If you guys have questions, feel free to throw them in the comments. I try to read that and help as much as I can. Appreciate you guys watching, and have a wonderful day.